Hey everybody, welcome back in the closet.
Nice that you just started it up so we quit having the conversation that we were just having. I just prematurely started this podcast because we were having a heated discussion about 37 seconds ago.
I'm all about prematurely starting.
And then he's like, "Hey, you got something in your teeth," and then starts the thing. And now
I don't want that to mess with your vocals.
I got it right.
That was nice. That was always we got a picture of that. You got it. Good work.
All right.
Good.
Anyway.
Work.
So how's it hanging, JMR?
A little to the left. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Really?
Little to the left.
What are we going to talk about? Cool. Awesome. It's going to be great. Do you have something to talk about or no?
You know what? You're really getting pushy.
Well, you're the one that pushed the button early.
You're getting touchy, you're getting pushy, and I'm going to have to
Would you like me to leave?
No, I don't. Because you're the talker. You keep us going.
Hey, let's talk about this for a second.
Yay.
We've been watching this show called Love Island.
We have. You're correct. Love Island.
I think we're a little bit late on the boat, right? Or is it new? Is it new?
This is the first season ever in the U.S.
What we're watching is the first. Okay, all right.
The one we started before, I messed up, and it was the U.K., and I was like, 5 seasons in?
They've been doing this for 5 seasons?
Yeah, because they're a little risky over there.
They are. Well, if you don't know what it is, it's basically they put a bunch of hot guys and hot girls, and they pick each. But they're not all that hot.
They're not picked from Walmart. We'll go there.
Huh?
They're not picked from Walmart. It's not like,
They're not people from Walmart, but they're also, I feel like they could get a lot more attractive people. Anyway, they had these group of let's just say 5 girls, and then the boys come on the scene one by one, and you step forward if you're interested, if you think this guy's, I guess, hot, because what else are you going on if you don't know them?
Right.
And then he gets to choose who he really wants. It's a really strange concept, but then they can kind of swap every so often. It's really kind of a strange show. I like it.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like they get people together and some of them clearly aren't clicking and then some of them really, really click. But then they're forced to go on a date with another guy.
Right.
Which makes it awkward.
Awkward.
They get to switch it up.
Well,
it's like, okay, the ladies get to choose their men tonight. And then you're sitting there thinking, ooh, that girl is with that guy.
Right, so it makes people mad.
But she could pick the guy that she's been flirting with that's with a girl she knows that they're clicking. She can sneak in and steal him if she gets to pick before her when it's time to switch it up. Last night, it's pretty good because they all pretty much picked who they wanted, except the one dude that was the hottest guy there, right? Could we say? Like looks-wise. That's what you said last night.
The one guy? The new guy?
That went out. He's
gone.
Yeah.
No, not now.
Oh, no, he stayed. We thought she was going to
pick new guys came on the scene. They sprinkle in new guys every once in a while. I don't know. I don't want to talk the whole podcast about it, but I think it's an interesting concept because people are forced into a intimate relationship because they sleep in the same bed when you're coupled up. So it's really kind of interesting to see the dynamics of people. Like some people that are coupled up at night when they're sleeping in the same bed, they're all like cuddly and like flirty, and then the others are just like backs turned to each other and they're going to sleep. It's like a forced. It's like really crazy, but anyway,
it's a little crazy.
It's an interesting show if you want to check it out. If you like that kind of thing, I don't know. I'm a reality TV show junkie. Anything reality TV, I'll give it a chance. Pretty much.
Yeah, we're cool. It's mindless entertainment, so.
Right.
It's kind of nice.
I do like it, as I like Big Brother as well, which we're watching Big Brother as well, which it has 21 seasons. That's a lot of seasons for a show.
That's back on tomorrow night. Yeah, that's a lot of seasons.
21 seasons.
It's a lot of seasons.
Oh my gosh. Especially for a reality TV show. I don't know if The Bachelor is close to that, because I think that's another reality show that's been around for a long time.
I think they came out the same time or right around the same time.
And they're still going strong. But anyway, I don't know. I like that kind of television because it's doesn't make me sad versus dramas and things like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. But we do need to watch Stranger Things.
Oh, let's get one of those in tonight.
That's what she said. Somebody's at our door. Come in.
Here we go.
We're doing a podcast. What are you doing?
Oh, I ain't going in there.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Later, bro.
Thanks for stopping by, Nate.
It was nice to see you.
What's up?
What's up? Peace out, homie.
No.
Later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Watch your... Okay. It seems like we always have a guest every night.
Yeah, we can't really. We're going to have to, yeah.
We're going to have to go back into the closet and lock
right now
ourselves
we're like
in.
out in our bedroom just chit-chatting.
We're not literally in the closet at the moment. Because it gets hot in there, right? Because the closet's over our garage. And it's super hot in the closet because JMR won't install a ceiling fan like I've been wanting him to. So it's all your fault.
Well, I could.
You could.
And I will, I'm sure, at some point in my life.
Is it on that one list?
It's on a list.
It's on that one list that you never get to.
That one, yes.
Right.
That's the list underneath the other 14 lists.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the podcast. I just didn't know if you had anything to talk about.
No, I mean, I can find things to talk about. It's not an issue. I can talk about this one, the how to fail in life in 10 easy steps.
How to what in life?
How to fail.
There
in
we
life.
go. You said fail.
Oh, shut up. How to fail. Okay. How to fail in life.
That was loud.
In 10 easy steps.
You just burst everybody's eardrums that were listening to this podcast.
Sorry, folks.
All right, go ahead.
You go ahead.
We're going to fail in life.
1 through what?
1 through 10. Being ungrateful.
Being ungrateful. That's
yes.
definitely a way to fail in life.
I feel like our kids are ungrateful.
Do you feel like they're ungrateful to just us or to everybody?
I feel like probably to everybody. And I don't know if that's a parenting thing. I don't know if that's just their era or that because they're entitled.
But I'm always telling them to say thank you when I'm with them. But I guess when I'm not there,
I don't know. Maybe when we're not with them,
they're better kids.
Maybe, and that's fine. I hope so. Because otherwise, I don't know.
I don't know, but it is true. When you're ungrateful,
I feel like I'm pretty grateful.
You're pretty grateful.
I am. You are too.
I try to be, but
what does that mean? Just saying thank you and being appreciative of things in life?
I think so. I think really to have that mindset of, people take for granted what they have, and I think it's because we're always in comparison with other people. Like, you might have a good job, but you don't think it's that great because you wish you had somebody else's. So then you're not as grateful for your job. You're not as grateful to your employer because you expect this, you expect that, or somebody gets more than you get. So we tend to look at other people's situations instead of focusing on our own.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot. I see people say, well, I don't get that, or I didn't get that when I was hired, or I don't get that. And I'm a big believer in you make your way. So if I don't have what the next guy at my level has, he clearly has worked harder, has asked for things, has made it negotiated for himself to say, I need this to be in this position to work for you, or he's related. It's one of those things.
Or he's related. Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's my experiences, and that's why you learn over the years. It's like you can't. I mean, I'm in sales, and I've always, when I was mostly my career, I've been on commission. So I remember being on commission, and you come and go. I'm out selling. I'm out on the road, right? So you're out running. I had one lady in the office who was a CSR who did, she clocked in at 8:30.
Somebody doesn't know what that is. It's a customer service representative. Some people might not know.
Or if you're cool, it's a customer service rep.
Okay.
Anyway, so, I might go play golf with the client on a Tuesday. I'm paying commission, right? So I make what I make. I also might work till 7:30 at night.
Right.
There's been plenty of those, right? So you got a person who clocks in at 8:30 and clocks out at 4:30 and would complain constantly because you get to come and go as you want. And I just told her one day, I said, look, you should go into sales. You should do what we do. You should go where you could lose an account and lose a big chunk of your income. Or if you don't sell accounts, you could lose your job. You could get paid $800 this month and maybe $2,000 next month, and then maybe $1,200 the next month, and maybe $4,000 the next month, and then you get to decide when you come and go.
Right. It's a totally different position. I don't even know how she could even begin to complain about it.
Right. But some people just want to be
because how many times?
Martyrs,
how many times would you love to be able to not have to get to work till 8:30 and be able to leave right at 4:30?
Bottom line is,
right?
If I'm in the office, I'm not making any money.
Right.
So
people just don't. Some people just are looking for something to complain about. And
at least
about.
in that position, my position now is different. But back then,
right.
That's how it worked. You're in the office all the time.
Yeah.
You're probably not making anybody any money, including yourself. So, to me, that was an ungrateful attitude.
Right.
For her to have. She's worried about me. She's worried about other producers and what they were doing and where they were, and she wasn't allowed to do that, and she wasn't getting paid as much, and and
she sounds like a
miserable
person.
You need to go negotiate that crap then if you feel like you need to make more. But
is being grateful and having gratitude the same thing? Because I just remember the lyrics of the Jason Mraz song that talked about the Gratitude Cafe. You need to take a seat at the Gratitude Cafe. I think she needs to go take a seat.
It is. It's the same, grateful, gratitude. It is. It's the same. It's just a different word. But yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Gratitude.
Gratitude
I think
and being grateful.
Being grateful. But I think it's something that you have to be conscious of, right? I mean, that's what we tried to teach our kids.
Yeah, because I find myself complaining a lot. Like, oh, I wish I had this, or why can't I have this, or I just want to be able to do this.
It's a natural thing, I think that's what's, as humans, that's what we do. We're always trying to get the next thing. We're always trying to get better.
I mean, is that bad though?
No, a level
I don't
of
think
it's
that's
good.
bad.
A level of it's good, but when you become ungrateful for what you have,
true.
Just because you appreciate it and you're content with what you have, doesn't mean that you don't want more. Right. I don't think.
Right. No, I agree with that. I agree. What's the next one?
Sleep a lot.
Number 9 is sleep a lot?
No,
that's how you...
Number 2. I went the other way. Sorry, I started at the top.
Oh.
It's not going to matter. It's 10 easy steps to how to fail in life.
So they're saying if you sleep a lot, you're going to fail? I mean, people need sleep, man. Does it mean like sleep all day like our kids do? I'm getting ready to sneeze. I just wanted to give you all a warning. Oh, gosh.
Here she goes. She's going to blow.
Gone. It's gone.
Oh, the pressure killed it.
It's gone.
Sleep a lot. That one.
I mean,
I might have to have a little more explanation. I think if you sleep.
Maybe they're thinking like if you just sleep your day away all the time.
Yeah. Sleep until 10.
I would love to. Like tomorrow, because tomorrow is not a day I have to work. So I could literally not set my alarm tonight and just wake up whenever I wake up. But I, honest to goodness, think that I would probably wake up at my normal time, but I go back to sleep and I might not wake up till like noon or 1. I'm serious. I think I could sleep that long.
Think you could do it?
Yeah. I know I could. 100%. But I won't do it because I feel like I'm sleeping my day away.
Yeah.
My day off,
Yep.
So, anyway. Yeah, I used to be able to sleep like a beast. 12, 13, 14 hours. Oh my gosh, that sounds like heaven.
That's a lot of hours.
That sounds like heaven.
If I get 7 or 8, I feel like a king.
Dude, the summer you were gone back in college, when you spent the summer in Africa, and I was in Charlottesville, Virginia, and was hating life with my parents because I didn't know anybody. The days that I didn't work, because I'd worked multiple jobs, the days I didn't work, I would go to bed at night, like literally at like 9:30, and not get up the next day till like noon. No, I mean, sleep straight through. No, I would get up, go to the bathroom. I'd lay awake for a few minutes, but I wouldn't get out of my bed. I'd go right back. I'd go back to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, I can sleep.
That's good for your brain. You should be an Olympian sleeper.
I would be
Don't think it's a sport yet, but...
I would be very good at it. What's the next one? Because that one's just...
This is another step in how to fail in life. It's prioritize comfort and convenience.
Huh? I need to see that.
It says prioritize comfort and convenience.
I don't understand it.
Prioritize comfort and convenience.
I don't get it.
I'm trying to think through that one.
You didn't think through this before we started reading these?
I've never read them.
Oh, well, this is just how you go.
Well, I think I read a few of them. Stone, who's been on our podcast, Stone Stafford, who's been on here, and he's going to be on it again hopefully soon. He posted this, and I think I skimmed through them, but I don't remember seeing that. Prioritize comfort and convenience.
Maybe it's saying when you do your priorities, you always put comfort and convenience first. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You're right. That's exactly what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying you prioritize that. That's your priority is comfort and convenience. And in life, your mindset can't be for comfort and convenience. I think people are naturally thinking, I got to get to the place I can rest. Right. And you're never going to rest. It's not life. Right. You got to be grinding. If you're not,
the
struggle's got to happen.
If you don't have the challenge, I mean, there's a saying in the fitness industry that says if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you, and that's probably true with a lot of things in life. If you're not being challenged, you're just going to be stagnant and just stay in the same place. But it's comfort there. It's
comfort zone, right? It's kind of saying comfort zone. If you're trying to stay in your comfort zone, you're trying to keep your life really simple and avoid challenges.
Right.
And
I think that's what I'm doing right now with my career. I feel like I'm just in the comfort zone. I'm sailing through every day, just doing this and do that. And I've been telling you that you're doing that thing with your neck again. Every time I start talking about something, you move your neck like you're annoyed.
No, I'm not. I'm stretching it out. I'm always stretching my back and my neck.
I don't know. I think I'm reading into this.
You're reading into it for sure.
But I feel like I'm just going along. I told you this the other day. I want to do something to shake things up. It's getting to here we go, another day. And I don't like that. So I need to shake it up, and I just don't know how. You know what I mean? I need some money. If I had some investors, I could really shake some shit up.
You could.
But I don't have anybody that would give me some money.
Just start a premium Snap.
I have big... Oh, my God. I respect myself way too much for that. I have big plans. I mean, I have big ideas, but the money gets in my way.
Money does get in the way.
Yeah. It's so frustrating.
It is. Our system's not right. It's not right.
Our system?
Just the whole system, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo. That snuck up on me.
JMR. Wow.
Our system.
What's a system? What are you talking about?
The humdrum, 9 to 5, go to work, come on. It's not right. It's jacked up, man. That's not how we were built to be.
You want a mid-afternoon siesta?
I just think there's a better way. I don't know what that way is.
I was going to say, what is it? I mean, what?
I don't know, but the way we do it is not right. We're all driven by
money.
By money, because
money buys everything.
Right.
Except happiness.
Right. That's what they say. If you want to truly be happy, you've got to get away from attachments.
Okay, listen.
So you got to get away from everything that you're attached to for money.
But there's also this level of comfort knowing that you can pay your bills and go on vacation and not have to stress about it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the system. We're tied to that, and we can't. And then we can do about it. I mean, we can win the lottery or.
Well, that's not really a choice you can do. How do you make a lot of money? Please tell me.
Well,
first of all,
I know.
Let me tell
NBA.
you. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. I'm talking about realistically. How could we make more money? I have an idea.
Oh boy.
Because obviously, we already know I'm in the personal training business. Okay, I have to charge. No. Yes, I have to charge clients. I feel like demographically. So, I'm in Charleston, West Virginia, so I can't charge the same prices that I would charge if I were in Atlanta, Georgia, or somewhere like that. I know for a fact, and you know where this is going.
Good Lord Almighty!
I know for a fact I could charge more at the beach. I'm telling you, I could charge more. I would save in clothes. We would save in clothes because we would wear less clothes at the beach. We would.
That's a plus.
Yeah, right?
People are wearing less clothes at the beach.
Exactly. I don't have a lot of shoes anyway, but there's so much. I would need so much less at the beach to maintain my personal training business because I could train on the beach and I could charge more money.
What?
I could charge more money.
You want to hear the positive?
I could charge double what I charge now.
Double?
Probably almost.
Ooh.
Depends on what part of Florida you're talking about. Like if we move to where we vacation, those wealthy people, I could make bank on the vacationers. I could just roll up to Rosemary Beach to that what is it called?
Vacation work out.
Yes, they
Nobody
do.
Works out on their vacation.
They most certainly
People say
do.
they're going to work out on their vacation.
They do work out on their vacations, and I'll go to that hotel. Was it called the Pearl? And I'll say
Pearl was banging.
I'll say I want to do an early morning
$300 an hour
workout for your guests for this fee on the beach. How about that? I'm serious.
That's a great idea.
I know.
The Pearl,
I know.
cheapest room there is $700 a night.
Exactly. So don't tell
So
me
the
they wouldn't
people
pay
there-
for training.
Oh, I'm not saying they wouldn't pay.
When you sign up for Rooms of the Pearl, you pre-sign up for the training package. So you've already paid for it. So if you don't use it, it's on you. It would have to be a prepaid thing. Because I'm not about to show up at 6:30 a.m. on the beach. Well, yeah, I would do it. I would. And nobody show up. So it would be prepaid. I already have my money. I've got this group of people for this week. And we're going to go out here and we're going to do this thing.
Look at you.
I've got it all figured out. I just need you to be on board. And I can't get you to be on board. What is it with you? It's like, Angie wants it so bad, I'm just going to have to fight her. You're the contrarian. You called Kaylee
I'm not a contrarian.
You are.
I didn't say anything negative about anything.
You sit here and laugh at me like it's some kid talking about wanting to be an astronaut. I just want to move to the flipping beach. Okay, I'm done. We already know I want to go, and we already know he's not going to take me.
There she is, folks. There's my Ange. There's my Ange. Let's do this. You can. Ange just did this, so this is one way she's failing in
complain.
life. It says blame your unhappiness on others.
No, listen. In all seriousness, I'm not unhappy. I told somebody that the other day. It's not like I'm unhappy where I am, but I don't even. It has nothing to do about being happy. It's just where you want to be, where you want to live in life. And I feel like I'm wasting time living here because this is definitely not the place that I want to live for the rest of my life. If you tell me that we're going to live here the rest of my life, oh boy, I can't do it. Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying?
No.
Your eyes are watering.
I know. I don't know why. I just keep yawning.
I know. I'm boring.
Yawning. It's not you. It's me.
That's what they all say. I'm just saying, I think that there would be a level of, my life would still be the same, but there would be the beach there and warm weather all the time. Because nothing's more depressing than the winter here. Everybody gets depressed here in the winter. If you live here, tell me I'm wrong. Unless you're some weirdo that likes the cold weather, which there are some weirdos out there, so stay here. But I feel like as a whole, my anxiety would be way less there.
You know what? We're going to change the name of this podcast to Angie Wants to Go to Florida. Because you weave it into every freaking podcast. This one, I think I'll name this one is not 10 easy steps on how to fail in life. It's going to be like every step Angie figures out a way to work in moving to the beach.
I'm thinking if I do it enough, it'll be embedded in your brain, and one morning you'll just wake up and be like, Ange, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but we should move to the beach. I don't know where I came up with that idea. And I would play that's the best idea you've ever had. I would give you all the credit.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, gosh.
Move on. You hear Ryder barking?
Driving me crazy. Avoid those who tell you the hard truths.
Avoid that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a way to fail.
That's how you're going to fail in life. That's what we talk about a lot.
Yes.
We tell our kids you can't. And that's how it is. That's what I talk about marriages. You know, if you're not having hard conversations.
Heck yeah.
If you're not having where it's you don't know the truth. You just can't trust people that say everything's okay all the time. Oh my gosh,
yes.
Right?
Yes,
it just you can't trust each other.
Right. And that's a reason I think too, especially with women. I talk about this all the time too, like why I shy away with really close relationships with women, because if you think you're being a good friend to your girlfriend and tell her a hard truth. Tell her, like, if she's struggling with one of her kids, like, even trying to get her to look at it in a different way and making her, and it's gonna be uncomfortable for her because it's gonna be something that maybe she's doing, and you got to call her out on it. Well, then she's mad at you. That's the way women work. Like, it's like, you can't be that way. Does that make sense?
100%.
Because most women do want you to tell them what they want to hear. I don't feel like I'm like that a little bit, I guess, but I mean,
but you get over it. I mean, that just think how good you got at your job when you work for Scott. I
may get frustrated. I may be like, oh, because like there was a situation not long ago where you called me out on something, and so did Chaz, and I was like, at the time, I was like, my gosh, but I wasn't mad at y'all. I was mad at myself, but I
feel that way.
I was glad that you all. Well, okay. But like you said, at the end of the day, I always circle back and say, you're right. It's exactly what was wrong.
I used to not do that when I was younger, but I think you do it for me, I do it for you. That's what we're here for.
Right.
We're here to balance
each other out.
But we know
each other's not leaving. When you have a friend, it's a lot easier. You know what I mean? You don't know if you're going to lose that friend, so you're like, I don't know if I'm going to tell her. Right. So I don't know. It's just a big mess. But anyway, that I was just relating that to that. But yeah, you have to know the hard truths about yourself because nobody's perfect. And I want people to tell me when like I said, I may not like it. It may hurt, but I need to know what I need to know.
Yeah, and you can't be better. There's nothing that scares me more than in my job to think that I'm doing everything fine. I know I'm not as strong in areas as others.
Right.
But to think in the areas that I know that I'm not that strong in, that I'm not doing well at all in, when somebody tells you you need to really do better in this area, you need to do, and you're like, I thought I was doing fine.
Because nobody told you.
Nobody told you.
Right.
And you don't know, you're not great at it, but you think you're doing everything you can to at least get the job done. And I think that's probably happened to all of us. But I would rather somebody say, hey,
yeah,
and it's not always good as a leader to approach somebody and be negative and say you suck.
Well,
but
no.
to be tactful and say, hey, you're really amazing at this, and this. You're killing it for us. At this, so-and-so's really a pro at it, kind of like you are at those other things. Can they show you how to do it better?
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. That way, I mean, that makes me better. It makes you better to actually have
you
some
can't
negative
fix
feedback.
Things that you're doing wrong if you don't know that you're doing them wrong. That's what I tell the girls in their relationships with their boyfriends all the time. Like, you're sitting here saying you hate when he does this, and this, and have you told him? Well, no, I don't want to. Nobody's going to change anything if they don't know they're doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
You just aren't. You're going to think everything's fine. I thought it was okay to do this, So.
And you can't be mad at somebody if you haven't talked to them about
it.
And then it builds resentment. It's just not a good practice in general. So.
But it's hard to hear sometimes.
It's very hard to hear. You kidding me? It sucks. Number 6, neglect your health.
Oh.
Yep. You can't neglect your health.
I know. I'm doing that right now a little bit. I need to be taking my medicine, and I'm not taking it.
Yeah, you are in that area.
I
take your meds, yo.
Well, it's not that I'm not taking care of myself. I guess I'm just forgetting to call the doctor. I take care of my health. Yeah, I do. But
there's some things that you need to do. This is a good one. Make decisions based on emotion.
Ooh, yeah.
You never went. That's one of the books I'm reading. It talks about those parts of the brain.
One of the books I'm reading.
And it talks about that the brain, the two sides, and like there's the emotions and feeling side, and then there's the logic part, and the emotion side wins almost all the time unless you're deliberately training your mind to be more logical, and more steady, and more or less emotional. But you want to react on emotion.
I think that I'm that way. I'm an emotional decision maker, I feel like. I'm an emotional person.
Almost everybody is, unless they're just built. There's not. I think the larger percentage falls over to the emotional side because that's what drives the bus.
Right.
For all of us. That's how we all live. That's, at the end of the day, we're all emotional people,
Right.
emotional beings. And I don't mean like crying, deeply emotional. I just mean there's feelings, and that's your there's feelings to making certain decisions, and you won't make them because you're scared or you fear failing, right? Or
Right.
you make them because it makes you feel better. Like if life sucks and the way you feel better is to get that boost from going out and shopping, buying a bunch of stuff, gives
Right.
you that boost. So I mean, I think that's not the smart, logical thing to do necessarily.
Right.
But
I feel like I make decisions out of emotions a lot, because especially when I'm mad.
oh yeah,
It could even be decisions like that, like things you say out of emotions, like when you're mad or like upset or something. Then you can't take them back. I mean, you can say you're sorry, but they're there forever. What you've
I've
said
done
and what
that
you've
so
done.
much, yeah.
You know what I mean? Even with the
Yep.
kids and stuff, like they've made me so mad. I've just acted out of anger, and maybe said some things to them that I was like, I shouldn't have said that to my kid. Now they've heard me say that, and you know what I mean. So.
I think if we go maybe after, like, once we get out of college or before we have kids, you go to like monk school for 2 years. Maybe you could get those emotions under control, but otherwise it's really hard
No.
in life. Number 8 is be selfish. This is true.
Yeah.
And we know we all know people, and we've been those people that can be just all focused on themselves and what they get out of it. And I think that's how we're built, though. It's always me. I mean, I is the word you hear most when people talk. Most of the time, it's ultimately about what you can do for yourself.
Right. That's kind of an innate and built in to yourself. It's sometimes it's hard not to be selfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think honestly, a lot of times kids are the worst at that.
Well, sure.
I mean,
yeah.
I see our kids sometimes do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this world revolves around you, doesn't it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you don't want them going out into the world and then being
That's what
that way.
scares me.
They're going to lose.
Yeah.
Obviously, right here.
They're going to fail because Jeff's list says you're going to fail.
Stone's list says we're going to fail.
Stone's list.
It's a good list, and
I
we're
can't-
figuring it out.
What's the next one? Selfish is bad. We already know. I can't see your phone. You have a privacy screen on there.
Be inconsistent.
Being inconsistent.
Being
yeah,
inconsistent.
that's a big one.
Right.
That's a
What
big
about
one.
your health? What about your workout? Like
Yeah.
for you and your business, like you tell people that all the time, it's not even about worrying about results. It's about if you're
Yeah.
consistent, they will come.
Yeah. Yep.
That's how it is with money. That's how it is with your job, with your routine. Like, and it actually, yeah. I mean,
It's the thing.
Be consistent.
In my field, like you said, it's the thing. People think you have to do all these major things, but honestly, getting in shape and getting fit is not all that difficult. You just have to make a few changes, but the difficult part is being consistent
doing
with
it
it.
forever.
Because and I said this earlier in the week on my IGTV thing, the main reason that people drop off of their fitness journey is because of the inconsistency of results. So some people, everybody's different. Everybody gets results at a different level. So, some people start off in their fitness and they get results really quickly and they're all excited. Okay, so say that's Susan. Over here, she's getting results quickly, right as you start. Okay, well, Bethany's over here looking at Susan and she's like, we started at the same time. I don't understand. We're doing the exact same thing. We're eating the exact same meal plan. What's going on? Well, you're a little bit different. Some people get results right off and then hit a plateau. Some people really don't take off with their results till about month 4 or 5. I see that all the time. So because of that, they drop off. So Bethany dropped off because she's not seeing results. And then later, Susan's going to drop off because she's going to hit a plateau and people just give up.
Right.
But you've got to be consistent. And being consistent means being consistent even through hard times, even through times where things aren't going your way. And that's where people's inconsistency comes in. And that's with anything. It's easy to be consistent in a relationship when everything's going well, but then you start fighting, an issue comes up, and then you're inconsistent with, maybe it's communication. You're doing really good communicating with your partner or whatever, and then one of them does something to mess up, and then you stop talking, you stop communicating, and then there goes the inconsistencies, and then you are going to fail.
Yep.
Same thing with parenting. You have to, and I mean, I'm talking to myself here.
Amen.
Because I sometimes get lazy in parenting, and I expect so much from my kids, but I can't get that out of my kids if I
Don't
a
put it in
lazy
as well.
parent. If
Right.
I'm not consistent with, I said
I'm the same way,
that
man.
if you did this, that this was going to happen. I said that when I was mad, and I meant it. But now we've had some good days. I'm tired. You're doing what you weren't supposed to do, and whatever. That's not consistent. So I'm going to fail as, you know what I mean? Not ultimately as a parent, but in whatever I'm trying to teach them.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I'm a big proponent of consistency, because I'm telling you,
It's everything.
I had to fight through this fitness journey, and I only did that by being consistent.
Right.
By going to the gym on days I didn't want to, by eating a salad or eating on my meal plan when I really wanted it. Like tonight, for instance, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for Kaylee's birthday. We ate there last night too, and it was cheat day. So last night I got to get a cheeseburger and french fries. Tonight I wanted the same thing because it was amazing.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's not cheat day, so I had to have my little naked tenders with a salad.
Right.
And I sat there and I moped for a minute, but now that I'm home and it's over, I feel really good about the decision that I made. You know what I mean? So
Well,
it's not always easy to be consistent, but it makes a huge difference if you are.
That goes right along with what you posted, which I meant to tell you. It was awesome. I loved it. It motivated me, got me pumped. But because it's that way with anything in life, what you said, but when you posted early in the week, or maybe it was last week, I don't know. It's all after being on. No, it was this week. But you don't rely on motivation.
Oh yeah.
To get you to the gym. If you're relying on motivation.
No, I know what you're talking about. I said I don't depend on motivation to get me to the gym. I depend on dedication, habit, and routine.
Yeah.
That's what gets me to the gym every day.
Because if
there
you
are
had motivation,
so many days,
you wouldn't get out of bed.
No, there's so many days that I get up and I'm like, ugh. And it was that day, actually, I didn't want to go to the gym. But guess what? It's in my routine. It's habit. And I'm dedicated. And I said I was going to do it.
It's part of your life goals and what you want to achieve and where you want to go. So you have to stick with it.
You can't, motivation is good. I'm not saying that motivation is not good. And some people,
But you can't rely on it.
But you can't rely on that. You can't lay in bed being like, I know I got to go to the gym, but let me scroll through Instagram and see if somebody can motivate me. You can't do that.
I get motivated all the time, stuff I listen to. But it doesn't translate. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's people I see on, like you, when I saw you do that, it motivated me. That doesn't mean I've done anything more intensely this week. I was just like, hell yeah, that's right. You go, that's what I got to do, but have I done it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but that kind of tied in there. All right, number 10. If you want to fail, hold everyone and everything else accountable for your failures.
Ooh.
Accountability's huge, man. Accountability's huge. And if you're blaming everybody else or holding everybody else accountable for, I didn't get the raise because so and so, or I didn't.
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm trying to think. Let me keep talking. There was something that happened with one of our kids recently, and they were giving me they said it wasn't their fault. What was it? I don't remember. I'm not going to remember. But they do. The kids do that a lot. They'll say,
we should have plenty of examples.
Well, I know, but I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. But I'm just saying they say, well, this isn't this, but it's still your fault ultimately. You know what I mean? They try to pawn things off on people all the time.
And we're so big on them being accountable for anything that happens to them.
Right.
There's no excuse.
Right.
It has to be a very serious excuse.
I think that the biggest quality that a person can have, other than really probably loyalty, is being able to admit when you've done wrong and take the blame for it. You're right. I did that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I did do that. Instead of trying to be like, well, but this and this and this and this, and I wouldn't have done it if this. But you did do it.
Yep.
So that's a huge one.
It takes a long time to learn.
I still try to do it from time to time.
I still mess up with that, and it took me. When I was younger, it was so hard to admit when I was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's a lot easier. I learned it. We've talked about it for years about You've talked to me about it for years, and we've fought about it, and it's helped a lot. And then the example my dad gave, where he would never make a freaking excuse, no how bad he screwed up with a client. He'd just take it on the chin when I'd make excuses for him to the client. He'd say, you don't do that.
No.
You're straight up with them. You tell them what happened. You're honest, and then they respect you.
Yeah, they do. They might not like it. Well, they might not like it or be mad, but how can you be? This has been a few months ago. I missed a client. I went on my afternoon break, and I came back to get something. Anyway, and I saw him there, and I was like, oh, it just dawned on me. Like, I didn't have him on my calendar. I've done that maybe 2 or 3 times since I've been training. And I could have said so many things, like my car broke down, I had a flat tire, I did this, I ran into this.
One of my kids.
But or one of my kids, but I didn't. I looked right at him and said, oh my gosh, I didn't have it on my calendar. I forgot. I am so sorry. Like, I am so sorry. And he was like cool, but he's like, oh, it's no big deal. I did something on my own, it's no big deal. And I mean, of course I didn't charge him for the session, obviously. And I think I gave him a free one or something. I made it right, but it felt good to just not have to like scramble for an excuse.
And people know.
Oh gosh,
People when you know.
Yeah.
They just do.
Yeah. So that's a good one.
It's just easier to take it on the chin.
Well, now we know how not to fail.
We got it, man. We got this down.
Thank you, Stone, wherever you came up with this list.
I like it.
I still think we all need to sleep more. I think that the average American doesn't sleep enough, so I'm not sure about that one.
I've talked about that before I listened to that neurologist.
I mean, here we are on this podcast.
7 hours.
Yawning our heads off.
If you're not getting at least 7 hours a night, you're putting yourself at risk for lots of things.
Well, I'm never getting 7 at night, hardly ever.
You're going to have dementia.
I already feel like I'm not joking. I mean, I don't really mean that seriously, but sometimes I feel like I'm very, very forgetful.
I think we are. It's because you're overloaded with stuff.
Maybe.
I mean, when you were overloaded
but I feel like I'm
stuff,
a little bit more, like, my clients make fun of me about it. Like, we all know how she forgets. I mean, I think it's kind of, it worries me sometimes.
Yeah. We're gonna get you fixed.
I would remember way better if I was at the beach. My mind would be clearer.
We go. Good Lord.
I would be able to think clearer.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I think it's time to close down shop.
I figured. See how he scurries. Skirt, he's done.
Done.
All right, I'll just listen to my freaking beach noise app. Pretend like I'm there.
That's great.
I'll go buy a sandbox. That's another reason. My feet are really bad. You know how bad my feet are?
I do.
Do you know how good they were?
No, your feet are perfect.
See, don't do that. You know they're not. They're disgusting. But when we got back from the beach, weren't they much better?
They were perfect.
I could rub my feet on you.
You could do it, and I wouldn't be like, "What's wrong with your feet?"
I know. So that's another reason to move to the beach. I'm trying.
Gosh, that's one of the best reasons.
All right, I'm done.
We're out of here, peeps.
All right, bye.
Bye. I said peeps. Ugh.